everybody, and welcome back to another brand new edition of Weed on Wrestling. I am, of course, Weed, aka Alan, your host that tries to stay stoned the most. Sorry about the quality and everything that we got going on here today, but recording in a new location, so we'll see how it turns out. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll just have to wait and find out. Wrestlemania is what I'm talking about here today. Weed on Wrestling, we get high. We talk about all the finer points of everything WWE, and kind of disappointed, to be honest with you. WrestleMania wasn't that great. It lacked a lot of the superstar elevation that we need for a good show. The pre-show felt like it was about 9.5 hours long. Actual WrestleMania didn't feel that good either. So let's just jump right into things. First and foremost, why the fuck is Shawn Michaels back on the commentary table? He's on the panel for the pre-show. Seriously, did we not learn the lesson from all of his mistakes at the Royal Rumble whenever he was on the pre-show there? Sorry about that. Having to smoke a little weed out in the parking lot of a hotel because I don't want to get kicked out yet. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Listen, I'll give HBK credit. He is getting better. He's getting better on the mic. He was never that good on the mic to begin with whenever he first, whenever he was a superstar in the WWE. But he is getting better on the microphone, as long as it's scripted. If it stays scripted for him, he's fine. As soon as he goes off script and off the top of the dome, off his head, that's whenever he gets into some trouble. Yeah, that's what gets old HBK in trouble. He even went so far as to one point, he pointed out the fact that what he was saying was scripted. A lot of bad commentary, basically. That's the start of the show. A lot of bad commentary. Plus, what's the point of having a 3-hour pre-show when literally 2 hours of it is nothing but video packages and promos for the network? Furthermore, what's with all the ads for the promos for WrestleMania? Am I not watching the pre-show for WrestleMania? Am I not already on the network to watch it? So much talking, so little action. Fucking hell. Right after that, we get nothing. A whole lot of fucking nothing. The pre-show matches that they did have kind of sucked. Is it just me, or does it seem fucking weird watching a shit show during daylight hours? You see the sun outside and it takes away from the action. I don't know. It loses its appeal. It loses its fantasy. It loses something. Is it... I just don't get it. 40 minutes of talking. 40 fucking minutes of talking. Of literally talking about nothing. Kind of like this show, but 40 minutes of fucking talking, and we finally get to the matches. The first match on the WrestleMania pre-show was the fucking cruiserweight match. How are you going to put the cruiserweights on first? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but it is what it is. The whole show just didn't make any fucking sense. So it was Neville versus Austin Aries for the Cruiserweight Championship. Fuck, that pisses me off. Relegated two of probably the most dynamic and entertaining in-ring performers to a motherfucking pre-show. That makes no sense whatsoever. Then, in typical 205 Live action form, in their fine form that they're known how to do it, it's a fucking short match. The guys were limited to what they could and couldn't do in the ring. It just wasn't good. Still, though, with the likes of A-Double, Austin Aries, and old King Neville himself, their performances in the ring were good. Inside of the ring, it was everything that we asked for, minus, flippy shit, good storyline, a title changing hands maybe. But oh no, we can't have that. It's a pre-show match. We know what happens on pre-show. You bury competitors. And that's what happens here. Anytime there's a title match on a pre-show, we know what's going to happen. As fans, we're smart enough to read between the lines. Or as the WWE is concerned, read between the lies. Because, like I said, pre-show match, I knew that there was no way in hell the belt was going to change hands. And it didn't. Austin Aries went so far as the network would allow him. However, when you're facing Neville, it's hard to get any action in. It wasn't that good of a match. I don't know. It was fucking predictable. That's my biggest beef. The entire night was fucking predictable. The thing that we tune into WrestleMania for is the unpredictability factor of what's going to happen. Who are we going to get involved? Who's going to show up? Shit like that. And quite frankly, we didn't have any of that this time around on the WrestleMania show. Simply for the fact that the pre-show is so damn predictable that there's no point of even having it. I mean, the Neville-Jack Gallagher match was better than this pre-show crap. Listen, it was a good ending sequence, I suppose. For what it was worth, it was decent. At the end, Neville got desperate, gouges the eye, reconstructed eye of Austin Aries. Neville retains. Imagine that. Not like we all figured that shit out Wednesday whenever we were told that the Cruiserweight title would be on the pre-show. I mean, we're smart enough to see that shit. What a fucking letdown. All of the build with their amazing feud that they have accumulates to fucking nothing. And then it got even weirder on the fucking pre-show. It was the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. And what a clusterfuck that was. All competitors starting at the same time instead of running in like the real Royal Rumble. It was just so confusing. A lot of confusion in such a short amount of time. That's all I can really say about that. Sin Cara dressed up as a fucking walking billboard. Strowman eliminated Big Show. And then everybody eliminated Strowman. Mark Henry got tossed out by somebody. That whatever his name is, the Chinese wrestler, he eliminated Breezango. So both Tyler Breeze and Fandango eliminated both of them. Good on him. I mean, he looked kind of impressive. I would have rather seen Ho-Ho Loon in there. I love me some Ho-Ho. But it is what it is. Mark Henry got tossed by somebody. I wasn't even paying attention. Ziggler kicks out that Kian Bing out of the ring. Apollo Crews, always is uncharismatic, no-selling piece of shit. Dolph Ziggler got tossed by Mojo Rawley, as well as Luke Harper. Sami Zayn was eliminated by the human waste that is Titus O'Neil. What the fuck was with that shit? And yeah, Killian Dane got knocked out by Sami Zayn before that. No, Sami Zayn eliminated the human waste Titus O'Neil. That's what I have. Titus O'Neil. That's what I have down on my notes. I'm sitting here trying to read my notes from across the car and I can't fucking see them. So, Sami Zayn eliminated the human waste Titus O'Neil, and then he was subsequently eliminated by Killian Dane, the call-up from NXT from Sanity. So the final three was left with Killian Dane, Mojo Rawley, and Jinder Mahal. Why? Why? I get the push for Killian Dane. I'd like to see more of this dude. There's something there. I don't know what, but something. But yeah, I guess it's cool now for fans to get involved in matches. So that's a thing. That's a thing that we're doing now, huh? Fans just are able to jump over the barrier and get involved in a match whenever they see fit. Whatever. That fucking douchebag Rob Gronkowski gets involved. Why? What is the fucking point? And King pissed me off. Says that Gronkowski was the best tight end last year. Motherfucker, no he wasn't. Gronkowski was injured last year. Best tight end in the National Football League has to go to my main man Travis Kelce out of Kansas City. So, no, King, you're fucking wrong. Gronkowski is not the best tight end in the NFL or last year, whatever the fuck you said. Travis Kelce is. Read the stats, motherfucker. But yeah, what was the fucking point of all this? I guess as a distraction, I don't know. Fuck this match. It just sucks so much ass. It just pissed me off. It was too fucking confusing. Furthermore, Rob Gronkowski plays offense. Why is he lining up in a defensive stance looking to hit somebody? That makes no sense whatsoever. For somebody who plays offense, why is he lining up to hit somebody in a defensive maneuver? But yeah, he tackled somebody. It just sucked. Mojo Rawley eliminated Killian Dane, and then he went to go throw out Jinder Mahal, and they kind of fought on the ringside for a while. Mojo Rawley ends up your winner. I don't get it. Mojo Rawley wins a pointless match that completely ignored any type of storytelling, logic, and, fucking rules in the WWE. They're there for a reason. Why not follow them? Oh, but because he's best friends with a professional NFL player, it's okay for Gronk to jump across the barrier and attack somebody? That's a way to get fucking the fans to like you more? Makes no sense. Yeah, that's WWE, so you can fuck rightly off. More and more fucking ads, promos, hype videos, packages, whatever you want to call them. Just stupid, goddamn pointless shit by shitty-ass talking personalities. I wasn't happy with the entire show. The pre-show just sucked. Speaking of more suckiness, so now we get another match, and it's another title match that we didn't even know was going to be on the fucking pre-show to begin with. I get it if you want to move the women's superstars onto the main show. I get that. But the least you could do is keep what is supposed to be your, third now most prestigious singles competition belt, and that's the Intercontinental title. You're just going to move that to a pre-show? Why? I get that you didn't have any hype, didn't have any build-up or anything like that, and that it kind of fell flat in the last couple weeks, and the match really wasn't that good because you had two superstars that can't work well together. One's too young, and the other one, it all depends on who he's working with on what kind of quality of match you're going to get. So that's what we were left with, another title match to be competed on a fucking pre-show. It made no sense. So yeah, the Intercontinental Championship time, their match, Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin. I don't know how I feel about it. It was just a weird-ass show. A lot of things happened for no reason that I can't quite explain. Again, the IC title is supposed to be one step below the heavyweight championship or whatever, the WWE champion. And now, I guess Universal is equal with the WWE championship. So now, Intercontinental gets relegated to number 3 on the prestige list of titles. But yet, we can't put it onto the main show because we have other matches that aren't competing for any titles. How does that fucking make sense? Where is the logic here? I get when you have feuds for certain reasons, like the Triple H Rollins feud, I kind of get that. The Roman Reigns Undertaker feud, I don't get whatsoever, and even more confusing is the AJ Styles Shane McMahon feud. I just don't know. I just don't know. Fucking pre-show. Yeah, I guess it was a fucking time filler this week. I guess that's all the Intercontinental title means to the WWE at this point, is that it's there to fill time. What the hell is this actual fuckery? It's just confusing, I guess. I thought titles were supposed to mean something in the WWE. I guess I was wrong. And if you can't hear it, it's starting to fucking rain. There's sirens going off in the back, and it's starting to fucking rain on my podcast. So the quality is gonna get even shittier. How fucking great. And I have a lot more to talk about. Maybe I'll just do the pre-show and go in and record it inside. Without smoking. I know it's gotta sound like shit. So let's just get through the pre-show. The actual match was okay, I guess, for the Baron Corbin-Dean Ambrose match. But the crowd sucked worse than I've ever heard in a long time. There was no pops, no really any cheers or boos. They were just kind of sitting there bored. Maybe everybody came late and nobody was at the pre-show. I mean, the match had the potential to get people excited. It had the potential to be something decent. But again, we're left watching a match in the middle of the daytime for no reason. We're left with two competitors that should be better than they actually are, and now nothing. So, anyway, Dean Ambrose is still your Intercontinental Champion. It didn't switch hands because no titles ever switch hands on a fucking kickoff show. So why even have the matches when we know what's going to happen? Plus, what's going to happen with Baron Corbin now? Is he going to be buried just like everybody else for no reason? Or is he actually ready for more of a push, even after this lawsuit? So many questions, so little answers. And even with about 2 hours of talking and listening to the horse shit promos that were, at least the pre-show is finally over. So yeah, I'm going to have to get out of here because it's fucking raining and my recording just went to shit. So that's been Weed on Wrestling. I'm going to come back with a main show, Wrestlemania, talk down of how everything went down and how it happened and all that. So yeah, it's been Weed on Wrestling. This has been a shitty-ass episode. I'll be back with a better one for Wrestlemania. You guys take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. It's fucking raining. Peace. Let's get the fuck out of here.